They really did it. They really did it. Do you remember when I did my video about how the Gospel Coalition is proudly and loudly going to be practicing segregation at their upcoming women's conference? And then the pushback I got, if you remember, I did another video to respond to some of the pushback, and people were saying, well, you know, they didn't say that whites couldn't come to this event. They just said it was, you know, for women of color, for their issues and things like that. So whites are, of course, welcome. It's not segregation. Well, looks like the Gospel Coalition has made it abundantly clear. Whites, seriously, do not come. You're not invited. Oh, I wasn't gonna upload a video today, but when I saw this, I just thought it was hilarious. And let's go through some of it. Let's see what they have to say. This is the organization, the Legacy, that's putting on this special event for women of color, and that is definitely pronounced woke. But anyway, it starts to talk about the conference, blah, 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 blah. And here is what it says. It says, the Gospel Coalition Women Conference 18 will hold a special Women of Color woke gathering because of those shared distinct experiences. I understand that many white women attending Gospel Coalition 18 deeply and sincerely desire to participate in an event like this so that they can learn. Praise the Lord. May their tribe increase. However, we run the risk of the audience growing so large and perhaps even resulting in our sisters of color being in the minority at an event specifically designed for them to be the majority, that the goal of cultivating a space for more honest discussion and direct encouragement for women of color would be compromised.
That's gold, Jerry. Gold!
So here's the thing. It's all about kind of reversing things. They want women of color to be the majority here so that they can have an honest conversation. And we all know that honest conversation is impossible with that ever-present, ever-evil, ever-penetrating white gaze. It probably looks something like this. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm not white, so it kind of looks like that, but maybe it's not really like that. Maybe it's even worse. But this is just completely preposterous. This is preposterous. Nonsense. Evil. This is evil stuff. This is not biblical in any way. I know they're trying to be biblical. I know they're trying to be nice. They are being wicked. This is a sin to be repented of. You can't have fellowship in a segregated way. That is out of step with the gospel. We've talked about this so many times, and it's just deliciously hilarious and stupid, because it's like, well, I've got a great idea. You know, we have a problem with segregation in the church, which I don't buy for a second, but this is from their perspective. We have a problem with segregation in the church. I think of some ways we got to figure out how to address this. And, you know, I got it. How about we segregate differently, in a reverse way, and so that way the women of color will be the majority and it'll fix everything. It's genius.
Go!
I have nothing more to say. This is ridiculous. Actually, I will say one more thing. My initial impression of this likely being a gripe fest, and they don't want to potentially ruin the chances of maybe a white person kind of pushing back, and they just want to be able to sort of complain and gripe about all the evil that white people have done to Latinos and blacks. It's probably exactly what's going to happen. They don't want any pushback. They don't want any kind of discussion, any real discussion. They just want to gripe for a couple hours, and that's what they want to do. We'll never know, because, you know, everyone who's involved, I suppose, I would assume, is on the social justice side, so we'll never know what actually happens, but whew, awful. Awful. This is the kind of, I'm laughing and joking about this, but this is a sin to be mortified. This is not, and it's proudly, you know, being done and boldly and just advertised by the Gospel Coalition. This is a sign of just how bad things have got. This is a sin to be mortified, not something to be promoting and proud of. Hope this is helpful. God bless.
That's gold, Jerry.